We shared a can of cider with our picnic on the beach in Bray after walking the Greystones to Bray Walk. You know, the cliff walk. It was our 30th wedding anniversary. It wasn't actually the day of the anniversary, but it was the Sunday, the first day we had available to go out, and we went out to Bray. We did the walk, we sat on the beach, we had our picnic, we shared the can of cider, went back to get the dart, and it was 25 minutes, typical Sunday kind of timetable, 25 minutes next dart. So we passed a tattoo shop on the way up to the dart, on the lane way up to the dart. And he had just laughed when we were walking past, said, "Hey, fancy a tattoo?" And I just laughed and we went on. But when we got to the dart station and saw 25 minutes to wait, nothing to do, you know. So he kind of said, "Well, do you know what you could do in 25 minutes? You could get a tattoo." So I laughed at him again, and he just looked at me and said, "Will you?" And I said, "I will if you will." And he said, "What would you get?" And I said, "Your name on my arm and my name on your arm," and that was it. We went back. But the funny bit was when we went in, your man Jay was his name. He said, "What do you want? What tattoo do you want?" We had to join a queue, and we felt pretty self-conscious because all the people in the queue were about 21 to 30 age group. You know, we were there 60 something, and
50 something. Come on.
Was it not 50? Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. Yeah, we're not. That we were. It was our 30th wedding. Yeah, that's 8 years ago, and. He said, what do you want? And I said, "I want his name." He wants my name. He says, "No, sorry, we don't do lovers' names." And I looked at him, sort of jaw dropped after taking the big step, you know, going to do this, you know, mad thing. So I sort of looked disappointed. He said, "Well, you see, the problem is, you know, Derek gets Debbie on the arm this week, and next week he comes in and he wants to change it to Karen. So you get into awful trouble, or delays or raise or whatever." And I said, "That's a pity." And he said, "Why? What was the occasion?" I said, "Well, it's our 30th wedding." So he said, "Oh, well, I guess that's kind of permanent, so I'll do it for you." So, and that was the end. And he did it, and the rest, as they say, is history.
You never thought about getting tattoos before? It just
No, nor since.
And it was your idea.
Well, okay.
But you did say that you were going to get cast an order of appearance on yours.
Well,
I didn't, of course, because I only had the one man.
an order of appearance.
His 3 daughters and his granddaughter.
Well,
he was going to get the other names.
I can have Mags, Mary, Jane, Kate, and Edie. Which would look a bit impressive, wouldn't it?
The women in his life, you know.
Yeah.
But so far, he's
Do you want to be next?
I am there. I'm top of the list. That's it.
That's it. But wait till you see these tattoos, they're as small can be.
Yeah. But they seem to mean an awful lot, because you didn't just get, you know, any person's name. You've got each other's names, you know.
He'd want to know
if
he would want questions answers and answers questioned if I got some other man's name tattooed.
There is a little problem though. Mags has gay on. So
that is unusual. But that's only because of the way we see the word gay now, you know. Whereas before, you know, gay in the time of, say, Oscar Wilde wasn't even used in that frame of reference.
Happy and gay.
It was elation.
A competition, not a competition. You know, something like the Rose of Tralee.
Used to be the Gay Bachelor.
Gay Bachelor. The Gay Bachelor. It was a bit like the Rose of Tralee.
Yeah.
And it was called the Gay Bachelor. Competition.
But it has given rise when you go swimming.
Yeah, it has. I used to have people with disabilities in the swimming pool in Sandymount, you know, and I'd be there with my arms around them going, well, women, you know, but I'd be going around supporting them, you know, and this woman used to help. She used to always point to the tattoo and say, "She's come out of the closet," you know. For a laugh,
is that's what you do? What do you do now? You're not completely retired.
Yes, I'm retired, yeah.
Just kind of mosey around, yeah.
Yeah, well.
No, I'm retired completely.
Yeah. And yourself?
I do a little bit, but
what's a little bit of what?
I do a little bit of work in the same line as I worked at. So, but a very small bit, and getting less as time goes on. That's the story.
Very interesting. Poor thing.
No, I think it is. I think it's very sweet. You know, I think what happened was a spur of the moment thing, and I think a lot of people misinterpret tattoos now. They think they're kind of fashionable, and the whole story is
Thanks,
that
Kira, of course.
a lot of tattoos are used, you know, to designate groups that you're organisations you're in. I think if you're like a soldier or if you're
Swastika on the back of your neck.
oh, is it? Yeah. Well, that's hardcore. I haven't met any of those yet. So, but you know, this is different. This was like complete. You just said, all right. Well, we'll sign here.
Yeah, well,
That's what I
nothing
think,
like
you know.
waking up in the morning with, Wanda tattooed on your left buttock or something. Not as interesting as
It could have been worse. It could have been worse. I think
But
it's
I think drink is involved in a lot of
Yeah,
tattoos,
yeah.
especially for sailors.
But like you said, I burnt down the British Embassy, and you said, oh, of course it was the drink. But in actual fact, we'd
It was
had a
no
picnic
drink.
and a
Very
half
good.
can of cider.
That's right.
We
We
shared
a
shared a can of
cider,
cider, so
Not
we
that-
couldn't even blame it on the drink. It was just
not
for
that
a moment.
not that much drink. And it's very sweet. And thanks for talking to me about it. It's good. Good. Have some tea. So I'm going to just set up a photograph. I think we might just have you sitting here. You know,
You don't have to do that.
I kind of need to because it's a
Yeah.
photographic exhibition.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought, I thought
Yeah.
it was
It's
just
not like
a
an
story.
interview. So
Oh, right.
I thought
Well, my ma always told me not to be making an exhibition of myself. So I'm
Yeah.
going to get sorry, ma.
yeah, no, it's okay. So discreetly, how do we do this? Just to take I need to shoot the actual tattoo.
Tattoo?
Yeah,
Well, it's on the arm. It's
and
not
is your
embarrassing.
top is like is a sleeveless top? Yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind of short sleeve.
yeah. That's great. Yeah, yeah,
Push it up or
yeah. No, that's perfect. Yeah, yeah. And yours, have you got a
Yeah,
short
just-
sleeve too? So what I might do is I'm going to set up my lights so that, and then we can kind of you can have your tea. Yeah, you can have your
Okay.
tea, and then we can kind of just
How about that?
yeah. That's very cool. These look very cool. I like it. It's not they're not that big or small, should I say?
it's actually small.
Compared to
Well, let's put it this way. I probably was skinnier than I got it done.
compared to Johnny Eagles, you know.
Well,
He's
if you have
got
a
it.
name called Johnny Eagle, you got
Yeah, I think you gotta have to have it too. So he's got it, the full side of his arm there on the right. It's Cuchulainn at the stake when he dies, and then there's the Sacred Heart, and it's always on the right because he drew them himself because he's left-handed. So there's that thing. You know,
He didn't do them himself, did he?
Yes.
He did them himself.
Yes,
He
yes.
did it
bloody
himself.
hell.
He's an artist.
Oh, I see.
So he's Johnny Eagles, as in
Yeah.
Johnny Eagles' son, the original
Yeah.
tattoo parlour in Dublin City, which was 67 on
I
Capel
thought
Street.
Brennan's
So-
was the original one because I remember.
Well, they say they're the
Brennan
first.
Capel Street, wasn't
No,
it?
in Gardner Street.
Gardner
Really?
In Talbot Street. But
Yeah.
I remember our daughter came home and said she got a tattoo, and we told her we went to Brennan's and her jaw dropped because that's where she had gone.
Oh, right, okay.
So how did you know about that? But
She was doing it not as kind of a teenage protest, but she wanted to be cool, and it wasn't a bit cool that her parents had already heard at the tattoo parlour.